Hey everybody, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Quick video this weekend. We'll run through a couple index charts and then go through some of my favorite names I'm watching for next week. So let's get started. Here is the SPY, S&P 500 ETF. Friday, obviously a big down day, some volatility coming back. This 280 level is the obvious level. Everybody's watching 280-ish, I'll say. You could see here resistance going back to last spring, resistance again, turn to support, and then those big 3 times it hit it last fall. Price rejected that level strongly again, and then consolidated right at that level before breaking out. And now with Friday's action, we're actually right back there, I'd say, give or take a dollar or two. I draw, support and resistance levels. It's not an exact dollar and cents level. It's more just kind of a general area. And to me in SPY, we're right back in that general area right around 280. So it'll be interesting to see what next week's action brings. That Friday selling going to continue into Monday? If so, we'll decisively break below that. Maybe test if we keep going down this 260, 261 area. That's quite a ways down there, some shorter term levels. But in any case, at a pretty big level here in SPY, it's kind of neutral for me right here. We'll wait to see how it handles that level right around 280. Now the small caps is kind of another story. These, unlike the SPY, you can see that kind of took out. Oops, sorry about that. So SPY, we kind of made another high here. We broke these highs from the end of February, and we're trading right back at that breakout level. Now IWM kind of showing some regular relative weakness. This is the small cap. This is a Russell 2000 index ETF. We never those old highs, we never got there. The underside there kind of acted as resistance. So we never made a nearer term higher high, and this low that we made Friday actually broke below those lows from a couple of weeks ago. So some relative weakness there in the small caps that don't look good. We got some heavy resistance right above. We have this area here around one, again, between 147 and 144 or so has potential to act as support if we keep trading down. So that's an area to watch. But small caps looking pretty weak. So we'll see what next week brings. So let's look at some potential trade ideas for next week. This first one here, I do have a long position in that I recently established. But last week's action was really nice. It started off Friday really strong, breaking above this 137 there. It ended up closing kind of weakly as the market kind of dragged it down. But this is one to keep on your radar for next week if things settle down and the market starts coming back up a little bit or stabilizing. This one has potential, in my opinion, to make a nice move higher. And again, we have this level around 136, 137 to trade off of if you like to use a tight stop. So this is one had that nice breakout of that really tight range. So keep an eye on VAR. MDLZ, this one, look at the weekly chart here. Just, this area around 47 or so was resistance going back here. This is going back to 2015. And it hits this every time it acts as resistance, kind of consolidated right there. And now we're clearly breaking above that level. Shorter term looks nice. We have a level to trade against for me, which would be, 46.40 or so would be a nice stop area. But this one's breaking out of a nice long-term consolidation there. So that's MDLZ, one to keep on your radar. ERRY, not ready yet, but when I'm watching to see how it handles this $50 level, you can see it acted as resistance here a few times. Couldn't quite break through it there back in late February, and we're right there again. So if this one could break above, 50, 51, might be enough for me to look at this as a potential long. IAC, again, not ready yet for me. This 224-ish level, you can see it was resistance here and here, and we're right back there, kind of a cup and handle type pattern. You can see the nice cup there, little handle, smaller dip, maybe ready to break out. Wasn't ready Friday, obviously down 2%, so waiting for it to move above 225 or so. This one looks like a nice potential long trade, in my opinion. This is a newer name on my list. Marriott looks like it might be reversing the downturn trend. This thing's been in a downtrend all of 2018. You can see it just make lower lows, lower highs, and now something happened here. It made a lower low, then all of a sudden this high it made back in February was higher than these previous highs. So maybe potential trend reversal, and this low, if this ends up being the more meaningful low, is quite a bit higher than that last low. So maybe we're reversing trends here. But in any case, we have this level, around $120 that was support here, turned resistance, broke above it, turned back into support. So we have a nice horizontal level to trade off of here in Marriott. So I'm watching this one to see if it acts healthy and starts pulling up away from that 124, 125 area. Nice potential long here with a stop. You know, you can put it underneath that consolidation from a couple weeks back is probably where I'd look to place it, which isn't too much below current prices, about 5%. Or if you want to get tighter, you can put it below last week's lows. That's all up to you. But I think the potential might be here for a long on Marriott. We'll see. And if not, we have our defined stop levels to get us out quickly if we're wrong. Last one we'll look at here is Fizz, kind of similar to ERI. We have this level here, you know, around 110 was resistance, 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 resistance. Kind of flirted with it there, didn't get the close. Now we're right back here, 110. Lots of volume coming in. So see if this could break, you know, 111 or so and get a close up there. Might be a nice potential long idea in FIS. So those are just a few names I'm watching for next week. We'll see what they do, but hopefully this helps put these on your radar if you're interested in trading them next week. So hope you're having a great weekend. We'll be back soon. Take care.